So Smite 2 hasn't even fully released yet, and I'm deciding to quit for now and sit on the sidelines until things improve. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Pogesque, and I say with heavy heart that Smite 2, I just can't play it right now. It has hit a spot for me where it's not feeling fun anymore, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, to give you a rundown on the changes that have been happening over the last year or so that have kind of brought me to this point of where I just don't know what to expect from Titan Forge. They have made it so confusing when it comes to what to expect from the game, and I understand a lot of these things come for new player support and improving the game for the future of MOBAs and the future of Smite. But the problem is they kind of just lose the idea of what it means to be somebody who had enjoyed Smite 1 like I did. I played over 1,000 hours, which is baby hours compared to some people who have sunk their entire childhood, teenage years, what have you, into Smite 1. It had some amazing games. All the gods just got better and cooler and more interesting, more complicated and simplified in some ways. The items are changing, the items are interactive, the items are cool. There's so many different game modes, there's so many different ways to play, and then they drop the ball when it comes to just saying, hey, we're done working on Smite 1. Here comes Smite 2. It's basically just a graphical update. Everybody just sits there like, what? What? You don't just put a 2 on a MOBA and just send it. I mean, some games do that, but like Call of Duty, for example, is not really a MOBA, but obviously I'm just saying as an example, they drop a new one every year or two. It's like the new FIFA or Madden. Not new, it's been around for a while, but you get what I mean. Doing that to Smite's community is just so bad. People are not going to want to leave Smite 1, and the biggest problem they had from the get-go was that there are going to be skins, there are going to be characters, there are going to be items and other things that do not get ported over to Smite 2. Now I do say characters because it's going to take them years to get all of the old characters over 100 gods, I believe. It is insane the work they're going to have to do just for a graphical update, and probably some performance too. I will say Smite 2 definitely plays better than Smite 1 as far as the, connectivity and some of the jank that came with Smite, because it was, I don't know, released during Windows 7, Windows XP maybe, Windows Vista. It's been around for a long time, and I think they could have done better with just a gradual engine update. You don't have to take such big steps in order to do this. Like, they literally lost the animations to characters, and they have to remake them just for Unreal Engine 5. Just doesn't seem that worth it to me. Now, I'm getting off track from the premise of this video, which is the confusion that they've put into the developing of this game, and just these kind of mind games they're putting into the community, because rest assured, they have completely stopped working on Smite 1. There will be no more updates besides maybe stability, performance, and security, and that's it. There's going to be no more content for Smite 1. They have completely kicked it off the radar. They fired half their damn staff. There is nothing left because they really want new players in Smite 2. How is Smite marketing? It's not. Smite 2 is not marketing, at all. They're relying almost entirely off of word of mouth and the people who are curious that played Smite 1 to join the game, right? They want people to join. Their player base is dropping right now. What are they doing? Smite 1 probably had, competitions. They had insane marketing, especially when MOBAs were hot and fresh back in the day. If League of Legends, right, Riot Games did a League of Legends 2, it would be a nightmare. Nobody would want to play. It is such a bad idea. As a legacy game, you want to keep it going as long as you can, or just shut it down completely. You don't make a sequel. This doesn't make sense. Now, I say this again with chagrin. I really love Smite, but Smite 2, I've been working with it. I've been really trying. I like the idea of what they're doing with the characters, right? The aspects, the active items, the more item slot. You got a 1 extra item slot if you didn't realize that from Smite 1. Smite 1, you only got 6 item slot. Smite 2, you get the 1 item slot with your starter item, and then you get 6 real actual items. So you technically get more itemization. The problem goes into balancing and, mage favorite items, and I won't get into that part, at least not yet, of this video. I don't want this video to be super long, because I just want to tell you my thoughts, and I'm hoping to hear something back from you guys as well. Are you Smite 1 enjoyers, and you wanted to play Smite 2, and you are playing Smite 2? Or, are you just loving Smite 2? You think I'm an idiot? Do you think Smite 1 should have stayed, and that's your thought? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't care if you're angry, if you dislike this video, I just want to hear your thoughts. So I want to circle back to the confusing part of what I'm explaining here with Smite 2. They are really trying to push this agenda for new players. They are dropping skins that used to exist. They are dropping new skins. They're having all these new models come out. I think they would have what's called, not glyphs, I forget exactly what it's called, I'll put it up on screen, prisms. They have prisms for skins, and it's a different way to recolor the skin. Maybe give it different shirt texture, different pattern, what have you. You know, there was just so many different ways they can make the characters look different but be the same skin. The problem with this stuff, right, all this new content, all this pretty stuff, all this wandering market, which is basically a glorified battle pass that you use in-game currency, I will say earned. Diamonds can be earned, but you're probably going to have to be bought for these new players, and they're so expensive. So if I'm not mistaken, 1,500 diamonds without any, you know, purchase pack discounts, right? The more you purchase, the cheaper they are, the bonuses are. I think these battle passes are like $15, and they'll do them for just a skin, right? So as of recording this video, there's the Beach Babe Aphrodite and whatever the crab, or the lobster skin for Kefri is called. And I'm pretty sure they're like $10 or $15 just to get the skin. Now they have stuff surrounding the skin in there, like they have those prisms I was talking about, and they have like ward skins, and they have titles and stuff you can put on your character, right? I think that's all monetized crap. And I say crap because it's just a lot, right? It's a lot of just junk thrown in your way. I think Smite 2 otherwise was good, and this is charming stuff, but this is all just monetized crap. Like, and they want you to see it too. They'll have the little red bubble of hell that appears on everything that's brand new. It's just too much. I think they used to kind of have the Traveling Wanderer initially that was, you know, this one battle pass, and you'd buy it, right? And if you used to play Smite 1, you would get what's called legacy gems, right? That's all the diamonds that you had spent in Smite 1 got essentially doubled when you got Smite 2, but you can never earn legacy gems ever again once you spend them all. So you kind of have like this nerve-wracking, you know, nail-biting currency that's going to eventually go away at some point. And it doesn't make any sense for new players to see their legacy gem balance be zero. It's just a system. They could have just given you diamonds, but they didn't want to do that because apparently that affects the bottom line somehow. I don't know. They're going to make legacy gem exclusive things for the old folks. I say it in jest. And they're going to have diamonds only for where the money really needs to start coming in. They're making the game more enjoyable. They're making these cute skins, these travelers and stuff they never really used to do. I mean, they had the battle pass in Smite 1. They didn't do all these like little skin line, you know, things. They had the battle pass you would buy, and you would complete it, and you would earn a bunch of skins in the free and premium pass, just like your typical game that you would see. So they have that, right? They have the instantly, you know, let me hemorrhage your wallet stuff right out the gate. Another problem is that they're trying to incorporate these gameplay features that no one really asked for. Not that I could see anyway. Typically when it comes to MOBAs, right, it's, you know, sink or swim. Dota 2 is a perfect example of that. I feel like that game is almost damn near impossible to learn if you're brand new, unless you really put in the effort and learn it, because there's a massive community out there. I'm sure you could even ask on like the Steam forums, the community, ask for help. If you really need to learn how to play the game and you want to understand why a 40-minute match is a 40-minute match in Dota, which is probably short, you can talk to someone about it, and you can go through guides and stuff like that. But they want to kind of have this like this hand-holding thing with Smite 2. They're trying to incorporate this action camera, which is supposedly more trendy in these recent games that have been coming out, where the camera is basically on your back and you can't see much over or below. It's just right there on your back, and the game feels so such a tight FOV is what I'm trying to get at. The problem is that it doesn't feel natural, and I know they're going to be tweaking it and messing with it, but when it came out, they swore it was only going to be for new players, and they were like, tee-hee, we accidentally forced it on for everyone, so I'm sorry, you have to turn it off now. Like, why? This is so malicious. Like, you say tee-hee, it's a little joke. I don't think it is. I don't think these little cutesy changes are a joke. So another example, which is a perfect example of this, is they just released, if not yesterday or today, then yesterday, this mechanic with quick play. Right? So the only one they came out with right now is Quick Arena, and you can get into the game real fast, play a game. That's awesome, right? Because the Smite 2 community is very small right now and probably will continue to decline at the rate that it is, unfortunately, I will say. So they added Quick Play because the regular arena queues are going to be 3 to 5 minutes minimum, depending on the time of day you're playing. And there's no MMR, at least there shouldn't be for Arena. But Quick Play, if the timer is like X amount, we'll just fill a lobby with bots. and they'll all be hard bots as well. So imagine you're just a casual gamer, right? You want to casually play, and they have a lobby of hard bots. So the games are pretty even, and the hard bots on both teams, right? So there's just you and 9 bots, which is highly possible. They'll be crushing each other. You could literally just stand aside and watch the AI kill itself. Like literally, that's you could do that. It will be a team down, so they'll probably win if you don't help them. When I do quick play, I just want you to grab literally anyone and throw it in there. I don't care if they're from Russia. Throw them in here. I don't give a crap. I don't want bots. I think if the queue goes above 2 minutes, give me bots. But if it's within 2 minutes, do not give me a damn bot. Now, it's funny that, you know, Smite has always been that game that loves to give you separate queues. Here's another problem. Where's multi-queue for Smite 2? What if I want to queue for quick play arena and have people? What if I want to queue for a regular arena and have people? What if I want to queue for Slash? It's just not out yet, by the way. I just forgot. Slash isn't here yet. Hi-Rez, where the hell is Slash? Assault, what I meant to say. I want to queue for all 3. Why can I not queue for all 3? They have so many different queues, and they're all so segregated to the point where they're putting bots in the queue. I don't want freaking bots. Bots feel so bad. I would go play bots if I wanted to play bot. My point overall is, with all this stuff combined, is that they're just not talking about it enough. Like, they have their Titan talk. That's not enough. You have to be there on the stream. Like, I know they're putting, you know, pieces as reels on their Instagram. Not enough. You need to have real marketing. You need to have real change logs. They don't want to talk about this stuff, guys. They want to just make it in the game and want you to swallow it. They want you to accept this crap. They want you just to accept the fact that you need to play with bots and quick play. And God forbid, they're merciless, guys. Like, you will have freaking Thanatos ulting you at full health because his bot team is going to come kill you after the fact, after he stuns you. Like, what in the world is that? I want to play against real people. People who are just coming home from work, you know, every day. People who probably are intoxicated and playing Smite because why not? You know, I want to play against real people. People who are on the mic, you know, complaining, crying, whatever. I want a human experience. That's what I want. Not just that. With quick play, I forgot to mention, they won't even let you build. It is forced auto build, and it only buys the highest tier Q3 items, right? Or T3 items. You only get T3 items. You cannot buy consumables. You cannot pick, you know, which relic you have. You're just forced into it based off of one option of 3 at the beginning of the game. So if you pick a mage, like, do you want to be bursty? Do you want to do support? Or do you want to do something else? And it's like, I don't want either of these 3. These are terrible options. And it's like, too bad, so sad you're going this route. Who in their right mind thought that was a good idea? One of the best things about MOBAs is the builds, you know, coming with certain relics, certain aspects, putting them all together. Imagine you had a really cool idea and you just wanted a quick game and you didn't want to wait in a 10,000 year queue for, I don't know, Hercules. Oh, you're gonna have to go a tanky build, like, and build these crappy items. Like, oh, what? And the order is so odd as well. Once you get back into the shop with enough gold to buy all 3 items, it'll give you a choice of 3 preset items of that build that you chose. It is the most bass-ackwards thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And maybe y'all are like, you're just overreacting about the whole thing. Fair enough. But I have never heard of such hand-holding in my entire life. It is so insane. Even in a bot game of any difficulty, you cannot choose your items. It's the same crap. The same crap. I don't want to have auto build on. There was a point where I played for hundreds of hours of Smite 1 where I just wanted to learn the characters and I said, auto build me, I don't care. But it did it for me. It's not asking me what I want to do. I don't care. Just do it. Why is the auto build, even when turned off, still auto building? It's so insane. Between the monetization and these forced changes and, you know, things just not making sense and the UI changing every month to where it's just like tiny text or ugly text or what have you, I just can't do it. So I'm quitting. I'm gonna watch from the sidelines. I'll probably support, you know, the big streamers who still play. Just check in on every so often. Probably voice my opinion. Probably jump in Reddit. You know, just kind of see what's going on. But I can't play this game. The problem is I wasn't even playing that much anyway. But it was just, I realized that I couldn't even have an enjoyable forced bot game of quick play because I'm trying to play Mercury, or I'm trying to learn how to play him again. And these bots are just so annoying. The fact that they have everything so on lock, right? One thing I forgot to mention entirely for quick play is you get to, when you press shift or whatever button you choose, you can sprint or do a short dash with movement speed boost at the end. The bots are so annoying about it. Like, I get it, they're good, but holy crap, there's no choice. You can't make it easy. You cannot make it easy in quick play. Like, I just want to chill with real human players and have a good time making fun builds, choosing them myself, and not have to be forced to swallow all this monetization stuff. And I get it, Titan Forge, Hi-Rez, as companies, probably just Titan Forge, are facing some serious financial issues. I think it's kind of caused by themselves, guys. We didn't ask you to stop updating Smite 1. It's sad. No one really asked for Smite 2, but I followed through with it anyway. I was, all my friends said it was a shitty game. They wanted to stop playing it. But Smite 2 for a long time felt very promising. And now that we're getting, more characters and they're kind of really diving deep into, I'd say, dangerous territory where you're just kind of starting to milk your legacy players and you're really not going to get any new players, but you're designing the game for new players. You're getting into some serious, dangerous waters. And I'm nervous for you guys. I really am. So, am I just completely out of my mind? Am I based? Am I kind of got some good thoughts? Am I in between somewhere? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, let me know your thoughts as well. And of course, if you like the content, make sure to like the video. And if you dislike it, listen, as long as you're boosting the algorithm, I don't care. I'm done. I'm not putting my mental through this for this game right now. It is in a sorry way. And I hope they get back to the roots damn quick, because that player base is going to drop below 2K, 1K, and it's going to be a bad day for investors and for everyone working there. So there's still a lot to do, but they need to stop worrying about the wrong things. They're so starry-eyed, I can tell, in the way they talk and the way they do their dev updates, but they forget who they are, and I guess maybe it's not the same people. So, and you have the devs running the executive role, which is cool, but I'm so worried. I felt so comfortable in Smite 1 to being successful. I never ever thought it could be unsuccessful until they decided to segregate the player base by making a second game. So I have hope, but I just want to see it in their eyes and hear it from them as well. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.